Today, well, it's the next day, and I made it, and you could see I'm indoors now at my destination, and my face is a little worse for wear. I got a shower. So, remember before I was saying how, like, my forehead and, like, spots were bleeding on me, and I had all these spots? Well, all those spots everywhere, once I got kind of cleaned up and looking at things, they're all just, it's all mosquito bites. I don't know if you can see much here. But, all those spots, even like scabby spots in my hair and stuff. And it's all, I doubt you can see my back there. But anyways, that's all from mosquito hell. So that day when I stopped and pulled over and took my helmet off and I was all bloody up here and everything, it was friggin' from those friggin' fly bites. Pretty crazy. So, that's about it. I have a destination. Tomorrow morning I'll be on the fishing boat and we're right on. Fucking dirty old mosquitoes.
Camera. Oh, there we go. James, you're on camera. Wow. Welcome, taking the video.
You have to get a video with the big lobster.
Wow, a video. James, what's up?
What?
Tell the camera a story.
I saw that a crazy bastard from Alberta that came home on a bike and decided to go rough with it.
Ah, making a movie. There you go.
I hope we get a great big lobster in the trap.
Maybe.
Reverse! Reverse!
Yeah. Good footage.
Sometimes I get tired of fucking tigers and you gotta put her in reverse.
Right. Do better. Better get that after the movie.
Put your camera in the trap and throw it over with our episode.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Taking a video, boy. Oh, yeah.
So unfortunately, my trip to New Brunswick is drawing to an end there. I gotta get back out west and get back to work again there. The lobster traps are all in, and I've just been hanging out here. You can see now I'm in this old cabin here in the woods in New Brunswick, and there was a pretty typical for people to have cabins like this all over the place on their properties because you know, the properties go a few miles back, and back in the day, they didn't have any good bulldoze roads, so if they wanted to get back to the back ends of their properties to cut wood or hunt or trap or anything, sometimes it'd be quite the adventure. So they needed a spot back here where they could stay the night if they had to, or you know, warm up, cook their food, and whatever. So this is kind of, one of the last old remaining cabins. Most of them are kind of rotted away and gone now. So I'm just sitting here hanging out, getting some shade. It's pretty hot out today. So, I don't know if you can see much there. She's pretty bright out. I'm on the old Yamaha Blaster here today. So, I just wanted to talk a bit about my trip on the way here and the money it costed me and the amount of gas I burned here. So I got a little list put together. Oh, here. So it cost me $421. That's Canadian. For gas. I burnt 279 liters about. So that would be 61 imperial gallons or 73.7 US gallons. So the old bike got about 49 imperial miles to the gallon, about 40.6 US miles to the gallon. I ended up putting on 4,780 kilometers, and that's in 4 days. And that's 2,988 miles I did. Again, in 4 days. So that's, yeah, that's a pretty good indication there. The old bike hadn't been ridden a lot in a long time, so it seemed to get a lot better fuel mileage as I was coming through there. So I gotta change the oil on the bike in the next day or two here. Do a bit of work to it and then start heading back west again, unfortunately. I'm excited to hit the road, but I'm really not excited to leave this place. The weather's beautiful and I'm having a good time, so. Oh, something else here. Really cool. I got some new gear. Remember my face was all burnt up and destroyed when I showed up last time, so now I got this cool you see it here. I'll come in the shade here. Oh. I got this cool dark shield for my helmet. It was a cheapy $20 job, and I got this nice GoPro Session that I'm just kind of learning how to use. It's a pretty simple design. It's not as good as like the regular GoPro because it doesn't have a port for a mic. But it's small and it's easy to use and it's pretty cool. And then there's my $20 shield. So I think that's should improve things quite a bit. So when I head back out, I'm going to probably take my time a bit more and enjoy a bit more and try to kind of film my journey a bit more maybe. And right on. So now I'm going to go for a little trip on the old Blaster. Maybe film some of that, test out the GoPro. And that's about it for now. I'll check you later.
Wow. Isn't this beautiful? This is where I grew up. This is where I've spent my life as a child. And what I want to talk to you about is your freedom and selling your freedom. Don't sell your freedom. Isn't this wonderful? Isn't this beautiful? Don't you want to enjoy this? People get so caught up these days in having nice things and keeping up with the Joneses and thinking that material objects are some sort of status symbol. And that you need to have nice things to be a good person. But everything you buy, everything you do that costs money is selling away a little bit of your freedom. The more you buy, the more you're in debt, the more you have to work, the more it binds you to that job, the more it binds you to that house you bought, the more you're stuck in what you're doing. And maybe you have all these beautiful things, but you can only enjoy them on weekends or the odd time. I was there once and thought that's what you needed to do, but then I realized it isn't. So I started my own company, I do my own work, and I work when I have to, and then when I'm able to get away, I go. I'll take off for a month, 3 months at a time. You know, I maintain the things I have and run them. Bought an old motorcycle for cheap, headed across the country. And you wouldn't be able to live that type of, you know, free and easy lifestyle if you're drowning in debt. And I believe that I wake up every morning with less stress, and I'm free to do as I choose and live as I want to live, versus having a beautiful house and a big brand new vehicle and a $30,000 motorcycle and bound to that job, working for the man every day, whether I want to or not. I have to. I'm bound to it. Where's the enjoyment in that? How do you think that you having all this stuff and you being bound to that job makes you any better than somebody who just lives free, has very little, carries what's on their back, and live as they want to live? How does that make you better? I think it makes you worse. I think it gives you an ego and an attitude, and sometimes you look at those guys, you're not so nice to them, but it's not really because you think they're bad people. It's deep down inside you're pissed off that you can't live like they're living. So I believe that everything you buy obligates you one step farther to stay working to the man. It binds you to that job, binds you to that house, it binds you to where you are, just a little bit more each time. And it's just giving away your freedom, selling away your freedom. And you don't own a lot of that stuff. All you own is an obligation to pay for it each month. And the more of that you do, the less of this you can enjoy. And it's truly beautiful. So I've kind of made a decision there. I used to work in the oil field and made lots of money and thought I needed lots of nice things. And once that crashed, I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh, I'm not making all this money anymore. And then I realized I don't need any of that shit. All I need is happiness, man. I visit my folks every so often, enjoy my family and my friends, and enjoy this beautiful country. And that's really the most beautiful thing there is. It's something that money can't buy. And you have to fuel your own soul. Don't fuel society's image of what you should be. Fuel yourself, man. And this is where it gets you. Beauty and tranquility. Alright. We'll catch you later.